Hey everyone, Flannel here. This is episode 2 of my No Skin to Pro Scrim series. This series is designed to be a short and sweet checklist to see where you stand in terms of skill level and to improve in an organized manner. Feel free to skip around the episodes as they release if your current skill level is too high for this episode. Make sure to stick around until the end of the video to hear about important information about future episodes and an upcoming giveaway. Episode 2: Weapons and their uses. Now that you feel comfortable with your basic binds, have your sensitivity just right, and can build some basic structures, we are ready to move on to utilizing weapons efficiently in gunfights. In the description of this video, I have timestamps to each type of weapon. Feel free to navigate to what you need and skip what you don't. The Pickaxe. The Pickaxe is an easy to understand tool. Use this weapon to harvest material and break an enemy's box. Remember that a pickaxe breaks a wood structure in 2 hits, so a very viable tactic is to swing twice at an enemy box and then quickly replace their broken wall with your own. This will be very useful for edit plays, which I will cover in my next video. Automatic assault rifles and scars. Automatic assault rifles are the most versatile weapons in Fortnite Battle Royale. Their optimal usage is mid-range against enemy players. This is where they will put out maximum damage and maintain decent accuracy. In this range, it is best to aim down the sight and fire in fully automatic. This weapon's uses doesn't stop there though. It proves useful at long ranges if need be, as well as close range if you have no shotgun or SMG available. Lastly, automatic assault rifles can be used to break structures quite effectively. Use this to knock people down from their build or pressure an enemy in a box. Burst assault rifles. The best way to use a burst rifle is to simply look at it and then let someone else pick it up. All jokes aside, the burst rifle in its current state can be summed up as an inferior automatic assault rifle. It can do everything the automatic can do, minus being good at breaking down structures and pressuring opponents. I recommend picking an automatic of a lower rarity over using any burst due to its limited uses currently. Sniper rifles. Sniper rifles are probably the most skill-based weapons in the game. You need to account for bullet drop and travel time when taking a shot, all the while predicting where your enemy will be when your shot makes it to them. A good way to account for bullet drop is using the ticks on the scope of a sniper. The actual crosshair will be accurate up to 50 meters away. 50 meters away looks something like this. The first tick under the crosshair is accurate for shots at 100 meters away. 150 meters away is 1.5 ticks under the crosshair. At 200 meters away, you should be aiming 2 ticks under the crosshair. As you can see, most fights realistically will be in between the actual crosshair and the second tick, meaning that you shouldn't worry much about the other ticks. A good way to land shots with limited knowledge of bullet trajectory is to fire a test shot at an enemy and then correct your crosshair based on where your bullet landed. Shotguns and SMGs. I put these two classes of weapons together because with current weapon stats, they go hand in hand. Shotguns can be defined as openers for close range combat, and SMGs can be defined as finishers. Shotguns should be used immediately after you expose yourself to an enemy in closer range combat to hit high burst damage and then immediately followed up with an SMG to finish the job. I would advise against using the shotgun after the first initial shot due to its extremely inconsistent damage. SMGs will give you that consistent damage you need to finish off a player and will also burn through structures similar to the automatic assault rifle. Scoped ARs. Scoped ARs come in 2 varieties, the thermal AR and the scoped AR. Both weapons are reliable in mid to long range engagements and reward high accuracy with high damage. It's important to note that the thermal does more damage per bullet than the regular scoped AR, can see through walls, but shoots much slower. High capacity weapons. The LMG and minigun are essentially the bread and butter of spray and pray. They are great at breaking enemy structures and applying pressure. They should be used by literally holding left click and aiming at the enemy until they are gone, and can be effective at almost any range. Don't get too confident with them though. The decreased mobility while firing can easily get you killed by a good enough player. Using one of these weapons is entirely up to you, but I would recommend staying away from them in solos due to other weapons and items being much more important. Pistols. The pistol and suppressed pistol are beginning game only weapons and should definitely be replaced by a better weapon as soon as possible due to their inaccuracy and low damage. From far distances, you should shoot slowly to land shots consistently. From up close, you should fire quickly to make up for its low damage. The hand cannon is a very powerful mid-range pistol that can one-shot with the right crosshair placement, but I would not advise using it if you aren't extremely accurate due to its slow fire rate and unforgiving nature. The dual pistols are a great close-range shotgun replacement that outputs extremely high damage and can be used to pressure opponents. Explosive weapons. Explosive weapons can be extremely useful if used correctly. For example, the grenade launcher combined with using a natural backboard will quickly surprise an opponent and explode their base to bits. Grenade launchers, at the basic level, should be used to spam an enemy area to keep them distracted while you push them. The tricky part about this weapon is judging the arc the explosive makes. Just like everything else in the game, experiment with different types of shots and see what works and doesn't work to become a grenade launcher professional. The RPG is an extremely powerful weapon at short, medium, and long distance pressure and kills. Just make sure not to blow yourself up because that is quite easy. The final weapon today is the guided missile. You can use this weapon to shoot upwards and scout for enemies, or you can laugh at its uselessness. The choice is yours. This concludes episode 2, Weapons and Their Uses. If you are comfortable with the basics of weapon usage, you can safely move on to episode 3, which will focus on building. If you like this series so far, please feel free to like and subscribe. Oh, and follow my social media pages to make suggestions and stay up to date with what's in the works. The links are in the description. I just want to say thank you everyone so much for the extremely positive feedback on my first episode. As a thank you, I'm doing a $25 V-Bucks giveaway when I reach 500 subscribers. Really, I seriously appreciate it. It's made me so happy, and I'm looking forward to making more videos for you guys. See you next time.